Happy Thursday, stamping friends. My name is Rachel Trout, and I come live every Thursday at noon Arizona time to share some cards with you. So today we have some fun and bright cards, simple designs, and the designer series paper and the stamp set really make the cards pop. So I'm excited to share those with you. I also have some sneak peeks of my card clubs this month to share with you. So we will get to that once we flip the camera down. Once you're here, make sure you say hi and let me know that you're watching. I love to know that. And I always draw 3 random people from the comments to send the cards that I make to. So I'd love for you to interact with me today and say hi once you're here. And let me know what you think of the cards and everything. Also today, if you would like the card kit for the cards that we are making, you can get that for free with your purchase when you shop with me now through Tuesday. So I will put a shopping link in the description of the video when I'm done. But if you spend more than $40 before tax and shipping, I will send you the card kit for the 3 cards. If you spend more than $50, I double the cards, so you get to make 2 of each. And of course it's celebration, so if you spend more than $60, you get to choose a celebration reward too. And they just added some new things, which we will talk about in just a second here. So I think I'm going to flip the camera down and we will get started with our sneak peeks. Let's see if I can get this flipped all right. Okay, so what you are looking at is a sneak peek of this month's Christmas card club. I just finished these this morning, and this month's club is going to be a little bit special, so I'm going to talk about that for a second. I see Sharon watching. Hi, Sharon. Thank you for joining me today. So I have 2 clubs that I run every month. These are classes through the mail. And they both work exactly the same way. So they are $44 a month. That includes shipping, and it includes product that you use to make 8 cards each month, 2 each of 4 designs. So my Christmas card club is Christmas cards all year round. You can get ahead of the game and get your Christmas cards done a little bit at a time throughout the year. Now, like I said, this month's club is going to be a little bit different. There's no stamping in this month's cards because I used one of our Memories and More card packs, and you get to make 8 cards, 2 of each design. So you get 16 Christmas cards in this month's Christmas card club packet, which is awesome. Because of the larger number of cards and the price point of this Memories and More card pack, this month, I'm just including the Memories and More cards in a roll of this silver and white sheer ribbon. And then you will have the option to add on the embellishment that I used, or you can use any sparkly embellishment that you own. And as you can see on some of my samples, I thought I had a whole roll of this ribbon when I started, but I actually was almost out of the ribbon. And so I had to substitute a retired one from my stash. But I wanted to make 2 of each card to show you just the volume of cards you will get to make in this month's club. I did a separate video this morning. I recorded it that talks a little bit more about the club, and I will be sharing that soon. But I wanted to share a sneak peek here too of all of the cards and just share that with you. The deadline for this club is the 15th, and I will put a sign-up link in the description of the video so you can go and read all of the details. Okay, let's scoot those out of the way. Then I also have my monthly card club. This one is more general occasion cards. Sometimes we do seasonal things. This month, we're actually going to be using the stamp set that we're using for our card class today, the With You in Mind stamp set. I'm also going to use the Cute as Can Be designer series paper that we used with the Hugs for Love bundle a few weeks ago. I love that paper, and I had to use it on my card club. So this stamp set is kind of neat. Let's pull it in for a second. So we'll be using it today. This stamp set was one of our $1 Million Sales Achiever stamp sets. So once somebody sells $1 million with Stampin' Up, they get to help design a stamp set, which is really cool. This one was designed by Julie Davison, and I think it is really neat. It has some of your sentiments that you use all the time for cards, and then some fun little images. And so she shared in our demonstrator group. She did a video. I haven't had a chance to watch the video yet, but she did a video for the demonstrators and shared some different ideas for projects. And I thought this is a really cool thing to do when I'm using this stamp set, is to use some of her designs. So I haven't quite finished the cards yet, but this is the picture of the examples that I'm going off of that she designed. So how cool is that? She designed the stamp set, and I'm going to copy some of her card designs, so her ideas of what to do with it. You can see I'm adding in some ribbon and using different embellishments, so my cards might not look exactly like hers, but this is what I'm going for. And this club works exactly the same way as the Christmas card club. So it's $44 a month, and you get to make 2 each of these 4 cards. That price includes shipping. It includes products that you use on your cards. So in this case, a half package of the Cute as Can Be Designer Series paper, a roll of the Petunia Pop ribbon, and a pack of the iridescent foil gems. And that's typically what my Christmas card club is too, is a half pack of Designer Series paper, a roll of ribbon, and an embellishment. This month is just a little different for that one. You can join or cancel your subscription to my clubs anytime, but for every 6 consecutive months that you subscribe, you get a fun little gift package from me that's valued at over $20. And I always include lots of fun things in there. So I will have links to both clubs in the description when I'm done. Okay, and then one more thing to share. On Tuesday, Stampin' Up! Added some more choices for celebration. These are current products, and they're just things that you can choose from as your celebration rewards if you would like. This is one of my favorites, these Alphabet a la mode dies. That's a $42 value, so you spend $60 and you can choose that for free. It's a big set of alphabet dies, which is lots of fun. We have the Bee Builder Punch, which, kind of coordinates with that bee paper. You've got this beautiful butterflies stamp set. This one might be out or it's on low inventory. It was really popular the first day. I know it's what I chose because I'm planning to use this for my card club next month. So that's a fun one. This is one of our kits that I've heard is really, really pretty in person. It's a home decor one. This is a kit also. It is super cute birthday cards, celebration cards. And then we're going to be using these today on our cards, the brushed brass butterflies. So if you have gotten enough of the other choices or you aren't sure that you like any of them, you now have more things to choose from. And these are all free with a $60 purchase. So they are all level 1 rewards. And I see now Joan is here too. Hello, Joan. Thank you for joining us today. All right, we are going to make 3 cards with this stamp set. We are also going to be using the Fruit Salad Designer Series paper. This is another celebration choice that is free with a $60 purchase. And I think this paper is so fun. You probably know I love the bright colors. I think the fruit is just something that would bring cheer to anyone's day. I love it because we have a lot of fruit trees in our yard. I think, well, most kids, probably not just mine, love fruit. And we have pictures of our different fruit trees over the years. The kids juicing like our oranges. So I think this paper is going to end up in my scrapbooks sometime. And then you've got some other patterns, the bright colors that can go with fruity patterns, or you could use them on their own. I love the pineapples too. I've seen lots of fun cards where people fussy cut the fruits out. I have not done that yet, but I don't mind fussy cutting. I think that looks really cool. This one looks like a watermelon. On this side, you've got the inside, and on this side, you've got the outside, so that's a lot of fun. I think my favorite patterns are these ones with the blue in the background. Now, I was looking at the back of the package, and it says it's Coastal Cabana, and I don't know, it just seems like it's more of in between Lost Lagoon and Coastal Cabana to me. But I could be wrong. Maybe I'll show you the first card we're going to make today. So this is my Coastal Cabana ink, and I don't know. I held the paper up to the ink, and I don't know. Maybe it is my ink pad, but I think it's like similar to the Coastal Cabana, but to me it doesn't look exactly like it. Like this side looks more like Lost Lagoon to me, but I bet if I held that one up to it, it wouldn't match either. And it probably is Coastal Cabana. I'm sure Stampin' Up is not wrong. And I love the pomegranates. We have a pomegranate tree in our yard too, and these are so pretty. And then this one is just a nice subtle petal pink polka dot. So fun paper. You can choose that as your celebration choice also. Okay, here is the first card we're going to be making today. Like I said, today the cards are pretty simple. We are letting the designer series paper and the stamp set do all the work. And I love cards like that. So we have a thick, basic white card base. Just a normal size, 5.5 by 8.5. And we will fold that in half. And then I have a piece of the fruit salad paper that I've cut the same size as my card front. So it is 4.25 by 5.5. I could not resist using this pattern because I think it's my favorite with the blue background. So this should line up pretty closely with our card front. Then I have a piece of real red that is 3.25 by 4.25. And a piece of white that is embossed with our Forever Plaid embossing folder. I love that one. And the white piece is 3 by 4. And that's going to just create a little background for our sentiment. And I am laying all of these layers down flat. We will pop up the sentiment when we get to that part. Now, here is a tip. If you are not a fan of the busy designer series papers like this one, use it as a border around the edge. Now, I really like this pattern, but I thought that it just peeking out around the edge looked nice. And if you cover up more of it with something like this, then it's not quite so loud and busy, and maybe you like it a little bit better. Then I have a basic white circle that I cut with our Spotlight on Nature dies, and we're going to use the Coastal Cabana ink because that is the color it says is in the paper. Like I said, I don't know. Maybe it is my ink pad that doesn't match quite with the paper, but it still looks good. So there is our Coastal Cabana. And then we're going to add this with dimensionals. And the ribbon we're using today is our black and vanilla buffalo check ribbon. I believe that's what it's called. It probably says on here, black and white, no, black and very vanilla. Oh, I gotta find English. Large check ribbon, okay. Not buffalo check, large check. So I'm just going to fold a piece of that ribbon, and we're going to tuck that behind our sentiment. Sorry for the cough. I have a bit of a runny nose. My kids, a couple of them had sniffles over the weekend, and of course they shared with me. So today is actually the first day where I've not been like constantly blowing my nose, which is nice. Here we go. So just lay that over the ribbon, and I just put a little Stampin' Seal to help hold that ribbon in place, but then the dimensionals really hold it down. And then we're going to finish off with a few of our brushed brass butterflies. Excuse me. I love these butterflies. This is one of our more expensive embellishments. It's $10 if you buy it. So getting it for free during celebration is awesome. And there is our first card. So let me know what you think of that one in the comments, and I'm going to tuck it into an envelope to send to one of our lucky commenters. Okay, on to card number 2. I had to use that beautiful piece with the pomegranates. And this was an interesting color combination to me. I don't think that normally I would pair these colors together, except for maybe Valentine's Day, but we're using Petal Pink for our card base, 5.5 by 8.5, and fold in half. And then Real Red. So, like I said, I don't know that I would normally pair those colors together, but it works with this paper. So my designer series paper measures 3 by 5.5. And then I have a piece of Real Red underneath that is 3.5 by 5.5. Now before you add this piece to your card, we're going to wrap the ribbon around and tie in a bow, so don't forget that part. You know, we used to have the black and white check ribbon, and that was a little bit more narrow. I don't think I get this one out enough because I really like the black and white. Now this one's technically black and vanilla, but I have seen others use this ribbon with the fruit salad paper, and I thought it was really cute. So I pulled it out, and I think it was a good choice. All right, but if you have some of that black and white, the more narrow ribbon, that would work well with this paper too. Just going to trim up my bow, and then we can add this piece to our card base. Joan said she didn't like this designer series paper until she saw it in cards. You know what, Joan? I think I was the opposite. I saw it and I liked it right away because I love the bright colors. But once I got it out to play, it's like, what am I supposed to do with this paper? And I had to look at the samples that other people did to kind of be inspired, I guess. All right, we're going to stamp this sentiment in Real Red ink. And I made another discovery today. So our last chance area of the store was also updated on Tuesday. And one of the things that is in that last chance area goes really well with this paper, I think. So we have a set of dies. They're called Simply Sparkling dies. And they went with a stamp set that sold out quite a while ago. So the dies by themselves, it was like a soda can. And the dies, though, have a number of little fruits that you can die cut. And some of the same fruits that are in this paper. And the die set has been reduced to only $5.60. So, I mean, you won't have the stamp set to go with it. But I think some of those dies would be really cute with this paper, too. I'm going to grab a drink. Maybe that'll help my tickle in my throat. Okay. Yeah, my nose was so runny yesterday. I went outside to do some chores, and I don't know, everything is not quite blooming here yet. It will be pretty soon, and then that definitely makes me sneezy, but I don't think we're quite there yet. But after I went outside to do some chores yesterday, I had a sneezing fit for like 5 minutes. I could not stop sneezing. Oh, look. Excuse me. I got some ink there, so that is going to be the perfect spot for that embellishment. Tell me in the comments, do you ever do that? Hide your boo-boos with an embellishment? I do that a lot. So there is our second card. I like this one. I really like the colors, even though I wouldn't necessarily have thought to put those together. All right, so that is our second one. And moving on to our third one. Now this one has a Daffodil Delight card base, and I do not use Daffodil Delight that often. So this week's cards got me to pull some things out of my craft room that I don't use very often. So this is a Daffodil Delight card base, 5.5 by 8.5, fold in half. And we're going to use one of the little image stamps from this stamp set, the little cupcake. and Daffodil Delight ink. So we'll just stamp tone on tone. And we're just going to make our cupcakes kind of go across from corner to corner. At first I got out the Simply Sparkling die set and I thought maybe those little fruits will fit on top of the cupcake and wouldn't that be adorable? But the fruits were a little bit bigger, so that idea didn't work. But I thought I would still mention those dies because I think they do go well with this designer series paper. And they are so, so cheap. So even if you can't quite use all of most of the dies actually you can use standalone though. So still a good buy. All right, then I have a piece of Real Red that is 2.5 by 4.25. And this is one of my other favorite patterns of the designer series paper. I just love all the fruits together. And this piece is 2.25 by 4. So we will just layer those together. Whoops. And then layer to our card. And you can kind of put it in the center, or I don't know, I put it a little off to the right. You can put it wherever you want. Then I have a label, a white label that I cut with our Countryside Corners dies. And I'm just going to use black ink for this. The black kind of contrasts with the yellow and matches our black and vanilla ribbon. There we go. Okay, the sentiment I did pop up with some dimensionals. And I wanted more of the fruit paper to show, so I kind of hung this off of the edge over here so that you could see a little bit more of the paper peeking out. And then we're just going to tie a bow with our ribbon to put on the side. I guess that covers up a little bit of the fruit, but you can still see it peeking there. All right, and then I'm going to add this with a mini glue dot. So let me see what I did with those. I'm pretty sure I brought them in here, but maybe I did not. Okay, well, no worries. We will just cheat. I'll add just a little bit of Stampin' Seal right there and stick my ribbon down. I must not have grabbed the glue dots, but we'll improvise. I'm just going to trim this side just a bit. It looks a little bit longer than the other side. I think that's better. All right, and then we'll finish off with a few of those butterflies. I thought I would use one of the little ones as the dot for my eye. Isn't that cute? And then we'll put a few more on. Like that. And there we go. There is our third card. So sweet and simple today. Tuck that one away and let me pull all three back in so you can see them again. So again, if you want this week's card kit, shop now through Tuesday using the shopping link that I will put in the description of the video. You just need to spend more than $40 to get the card kit, and you'll get exactly what I dumped out of my envelopes today. You choose to provide your own stamps, your own ribbon and embellishments. You can either add these to your order or use something else that you already have at home in your stash. And then if you spend more than $50, I will double the card. So you get 2 of each instead. Thank you for joining me today. Next week, we will be using the terrific Toadstools bundle. So that'll be exciting. And I hope you will join me again then. Thank you for watching and have a great week. Bye.